Hi everyone, welcome back to 51 GT3 Racing Academy. In the previous episodes, we explained in detail the three cornering skills of how to judge the braking point, trail braking skills, and mid-corner phase techniques. In this episode, we will talk about the acceleration techniques in the corner exit phase. First of all, what is a corner exit phase? Generally speaking, when a car turns a corner, it needs to perform the following 5 operations: full braking, trail braking, cornering, increasing throttle, and full throttle. The corner exit phase is when the car completes the full braking, trail braking, and cornering stage, and finally enters the stage of increasing the throttle and full throttle. In the corner exit phase, the driver will gradually turn the steering wheel back, step on the accelerator, and enter the acceleration phase. At this point, the weight of the car will be shifted to the rear. The focus of exiting most of the corners is to increase the exit speed as much as possible so that the car can gain a speed advantage on the next track. First of all, in order to better understand vehicle acceleration, we need to use friction circle to see the effect of tire grip on vehicle acceleration. The grip of the tire is limited. We use the green circle to indicate the grip limit of the tire. Within the grip limit, the tire is controllable. If the grip limit is exceeded, the tire will lose control and the grip will be reduced. When cornering, the grip needs to support both acceleration and steering. The resultant force generated by the two is collectively referred to as the required grip. Under such conditions, how to use the limited grip less for turning and more efficiently for acceleration has become the focus of acceleration in the corner exit phase. After understanding the key to the exit stage, we will start from the following aspects to introduce how to maximize the acceleration grip of the tires. Method 1. Use up the track width. By track width, we mean the maximum area between the two sides of the track that the rules allow cars to use. This is the width of the largest track. The car needs to use the full width of the track, including the shoulder outside the white line, to maximize the turning radius. This allows the car to come out of the corner sooner and turn the steering wheel less. Less tire grip is used to steer and more are used to accelerate so that the car can gain more speed at the corner exit. If you don't use up the width of the track, the turning radius becomes smaller. The car will then steer more through the corner and exit later. More tire grip is used to steer and less to accelerate, and the car can't get top speed at the corner exit. Note here, there are subtle differences in the definition of track width in different countries and regions. The limit on the width of the track in China and Europe is that one side of the tire is allowed to go out of the white line of the track, but the other side of the tire must be inside the track. If all 4 tires of the car are out of the white line, it is a violation of the track width limit rules. The UK's limit on track width is that all 4 tires must be on the track. If the track has a curb, all 4 tires must be inside the curb. If any of the tires of the car goes off the curb or white line, it violates the track width limit rules. US track width restrictions vary by race and by the organizer. It is necessary to ask the organizer for the game manual before the game. Let's look at method 2. Control the tire slip rate. First of all, we need to know that the acceleration of the car is driven by the traction generated by the friction between the tires and the ground. The more traction, the faster the car accelerates. But contrary to what most people think, the most traction is gained when the tires are slightly slippery. Here's a graph of slip rate versus traction. The vertical axis represents the traction force, and the horizontal axis represents the tire slip rate. According to this graph, the maximum traction is obtained when the reference value of the tire slip rate is between 12% and 16%. All we have to do is to step on the accelerator smoothly when accelerating out of a corner and keep the tire slip rate between 12% and 16%. That's when the tires have the most traction, which means there's also the most grip available for acceleration, so the car can exit the corner faster. If you slam on the accelerator when exiting a corner, you will make the slip rate too high. The traction of the car will gradually decrease, and the exit speed will be lost. And if the accelerator is stepped too conservatively, the slip rate will not be enough to reach the optimal range of traction, and the exit speed will also be lost. Method 3. Control the car to create a slip angle. The slip angle is the angle generated when the actual direction of the tires is inconsistent with the driving direction of the car during the cornering. This slip angle also affects the traction of the car. Here's a graph of slip angle versus traction. The vertical axis represents the traction force, and the horizontal axis represents the degree of the slip angle. According to this graph, the maximum traction force is obtained when the reference value of the slip angle is between 6 and 10 degrees. What we need to do is to control the steering wheel to create a suitable slip angle when the steering wheel is ready to return and the car is ready to accelerate after cornering. That's when the tires have the most traction. This means that there is also the most grip available for acceleration, so the car can exit corners faster. If you accelerate at full speed with the steering wheel fully back, the tires will not produce enough slip. Traction will not be optimal and exit speed will be lost. If you steer back a little and accelerate at full speed, the tire slip angle will be too large. Traction will not be optimal and exit speed will be lost. That's all for today's episode. If you want to learn more about the technology of racing cars, let us know in the comments section. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.